This is the consequence of deciding to strike at American naval forces. On January 7, 2025, a United States aircraft carrier was conducting routine operations in the Red Sea when suddenly, multiple high-speed contacts materialized on radar displays. With mere seconds to respond, U.S. sailors had to neutralize these incoming threats. What followed demonstrates precisely why challenging American naval power is a catastrophic mistake. At 1745 local time, the guided missile destroyer USS Gravely was positioned approximately 20 miles from the carrier when distinctive signatures appeared on her spy radar. Within 2 seconds, the spy's command and decision system processed roughly 20 million calculations, reaching a single, unambiguous conclusion. Hostile missiles were incoming. After confirming the threat, the Gravely sounded battle stations and transitioned to general quarters. As sailors raced to their combat positions, the ship immediately warned the carrier to execute evasive maneuvers. The carrier activated her 2 offline engines, and within 90 seconds, Gravely would reach full power, steaming toward the carrier at 30 knots. In this type of engagement, seconds determine the difference between survival and disaster. The electronic warfare station quickly confirmed the signals emanating from the missiles identified them as 2 C-802s inbound. The C-802 represents the Houthis' preferred anti-ship weapon, featuring a range of approximately 150 miles. This subsonic missile travels at around 610 miles per hour and carries a 364-pound armor-piercing warhead. Despite its subsonic speed, the C-802 possesses a sea-skimming capability, allowing it to fly mere feet above the water surface to evade spies' minimum elevation detection. At approximately 150 miles range, the missiles would enter the effective envelope of the ship's SM-2 missiles within moments. The SM-2, standing for Standard Missile 2, serves as the backbone of the Navy's air defense system. These missiles achieve speeds of Mach 3.5 with a maximum range of roughly 105 miles. The Gravely launched 2 SM-2 Block 3 Alpha missiles at the C-802s. Since the Block 3 Alphas represent a less sophisticated, older variant, they're perfect for engaging this low and slow threat. The ship conserved its more advanced SM-2 variants for higher capability threats. However, any missile poses significant danger if it reaches its target. After firing the initial salvo, Spy detected a large debris field with several substantial missile fragments that could indicate the missiles remained inbound. To ensure complete neutralization, Gravely executed a double tap, launching 2 additional missiles toward the debris field. By 1802, Spy confirmed the ship had eliminated all threats at a safe distance of 75 miles. At 1805, Spy detected 4 additional contacts, considerably slower and smaller than the C-802s just destroyed. After analyzing their electronic signatures, the crew determined these were 4 Shahid 136 attack drones inbound. With a maximum speed of 115 miles per hour, these drones carry a 50-pound warhead. While impacts wouldn't sink the ship, the Navy wouldn't accept such damage. Because these drones were less advanced, the ship's captain decided against wasting missiles on them. After all, expending a $3 million missile on a $5,000 drone plays into Iran's strategic calculus. Instead, the skipper allowed the Houthis to develop false confidence as the drones approached to within 10 miles. Then he deployed his trump card. As Gravely maneuvered to present her stern toward the drones, she wasn't retreating or showing defiance. Rather, she was unmasking her defensive batteries to engage with the CIWS. The close-in weapon system, known as CIWS, normally serves as the final defense layer in missile engagements. However, it's also employed against slow-moving drones, helicopters, and surface contacts. At 10 miles distance, the CIWS radar began tracking and developing fire control solutions for all drones. When they reached 3 miles, the captain ordered batteries released, and the drones encountered a literal wall of lead. The CIWS can fire 20mm shells at rates between 3,000 to 4,500 rounds per minute. After engaging one drone, it requires just milliseconds to transition to another target. In less time than a human needs to register the threat, all 4 drones became useless debris floating on the water surface. With confirmation of successful interceptions, the crew notified the carrier they could stand down. Although the Houthis later claimed to have struck the Truman Footage released shortly afterward showed nothing unusual, as aircraft continued normal operations, despite emerging unscathed. The U.S. was now prepared to remind the Houthis of their grave mistake. Despite being a well-known force operating openly, determining the exact origin of these missiles and drones isn't as straightforward as one might assume. Yemen has endured over a decade of conflict, resulting in countless armed individuals of varying affiliations, not all hostile. To distinguish rebel fighters from government forces, Saudi troops from Houthis, the U.S. employs remarkable technology to fix their positions. Advanced satellites, while providing GPS and global communications, serve another crucial purpose. Thermal imagery of Yemen reveals that outside major population centers, the entire region appears cold at night due to desert conditions and infrastructure absence. Anything in these cold zones that differs stands out dramatically. Satellites carrying advanced thermal imagers, courtesy of the National Geospatial Agency and Defense Intelligence Agency, detected a 27-degree Fahrenheit temperature difference in areas outside Sana'a and Sada. This stark temperature anomaly is a classic indicator of underground activity in desert terrain, characteristic of Houthi weapons storage locations. However, the U.S. couldn't authorize strikes based solely on thermal imagery. Two aircraft types came into play: the MQ-9 Reaper and the RC-135 Rivet Joint. Both conduct ISR missions, though the Reaper can carry various weapons. For this mission on January 8th, these aircraft confirmed the areas identified by satellites. As the Reaper loitered above target zones during its 27-hour mission before returning to an airfield in Djibouti, it captured photos clearly showing underground bunker entrances and tunnel systems, even from 50,000 feet altitude. The aircraft's 30-person crew operated sophisticated signal collection equipment that corroborated these photos with intercepted Houthi communications about the sites. With two missile storage facilities now confirmed by 3 independent sources, at approximately 2:05 local time on January 9th, the Harry S, Truman the Gravely, and the Carney orchestrated what can best be described as a symphony of destruction. As F-18 Super Hornets launched from the Truman's deck, the destroyer crews finalized their Tomahawk launch plans. If executed correctly, the 2 storage facilities would be struck with Tomahawks minutes before creating larger openings for bunker busters to exploit. At approximately 600 miles per hour, the F-18s would require 30 minutes to cover the 300-mile distance to targets. At around 550 miles per hour, the Tomahawks would arrive about 3 minutes after the F-18s. Therefore, at precisely 2:10 that morning, Gravely and Carney launched a barrage of 6 Tomahawks each, 12 total. As the missiles reached their first pre-planned waypoint, the classified mission library assumed control. This mission library, created by planners at higher headquarters, contains the actual waypoints the missile follows over land. These waypoints account for various factors, including terrain elevation, enemy radar coverage, and environmental data. The Tomahawks screamed along these waypoints, continually changing altitude thanks to TERCM, terrain contour matching. Using a built-in altimeter, the missiles measure real-time distances to maintain altitudes between 50 to 80 meters above ground. The missile maintains this capability throughout its entire operational range of approximately 1,000 nautical miles. But how does it navigate when thermal imagery showed Yemen lacks distinctive identifying features? This is where DSMAC comes in, digital scene matching area correlation. This system allows satellite images of areas along waypoints to be uploaded to the mission library. As the missile travels its track, it continually captures images and compares them to the library. If they match, the missile confirms it's on course. XMAX creators discovered this increased accuracy by an astounding 90%. At precisely 2:43, the Tomahawks slammed into the bunkers, each delivering nearly 1,000 pounds of explosives. Within minutes, the entrances were ablaze and smoking in the night, greatly assisting the F-18 pilots as they swept in for the finishing blow. The F-18s carried 2 dams under each wing, plus a cylindrical pod at Station 5 near the forward fuselage, the ASQ-228 sniper pod, which would ensure the Houthis had a catastrophic day. The sniper pod functions as a laser designator to guide weapons onto targets. The pod emits a coated laser beam that provides any GBU series bomb a direct path to the target. It also provides GPS coordinates to dams. Once pilots locked on, they released weapons and watched as the sniper pods guided them directly into the holes created by the Tomahawks. Direct hits. Though exact Houthi casualty figures weren't disclosed, 2 massive craters now existed where 2 weapon storage sites once stood. The attack triggered at least 10 secondary detonations, from approximately 30 to 50 Houthi cruise missiles exploding. Although the attack halted Houthi attacks for only about 6 weeks, it served as yet another reminder of why the Houthis should never challenge American naval forces.